Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. Today what I'm going to be doing is another JDM car treasure hunt, and if you don't know what that is, it's essentially me riding around on the push bike here in the area where I live here in Japan and looking for awesome JDM cars and stuff to show you. Now I haven't done this since I moved to my new house, so this whole area is new to me, so let's see what we can find. Alright, so I'm at like the first car park close to my house and there's a beautiful R35 GTR here. Looks like it gets well looked after. It just kind of sucks because it's out in a normal car park and not like parked in a garage to be looked after. Anyways, it's got some really nice Potenza tires on there with the factory GTR wheels. And man, I love the fronts on these. They look so good. Anyways, there's another car park down there and it looks like there's a clean 180SX, so we'll go down and look at that. So it looks like this 180SX is pretty much entirely factory and stock. It's got factory stock suspension in it. I had a quick look at it before. It's got the factory wheels. Like mainly the only thing is like the side skirts that aren't factory, but the interior is immaculate, absolutely amazing condition. No cracks in the dash whatsoever. There's no sun fading or anything on the seats. It's got the Type X 180SX seats in there, the Type X rear. It actually is really nice. So I really like this car. It kind of looks like maybe a girl owns it as well because it's got a lot of girly like plushies and stuff in there, but I mean, I could be wrong. This is Japan. Guys seem to like that too. Obviously you got the JDM cup holders in there, but yeah, it's really good seeing such a nice well kept Type X 180SX here in Japan, in factory condition too. This would be worth a lot more money. It's quite nice. Anyways, we're going to keep going. One other thing I wanted to mention is there's a whole stack of this identical model of Mercedes around here in Japan. Like everyone who seems to be like elderly or kind of just like old and they're kind of like, you know, 50s or late 40s seem to all have these cars. I guess it's because they all got a lot of money from working so hard when they were young, but yeah, it's just kind of interesting. So if you don't see me like pointing these out and showing these to them, it's because they're just everywhere here. And I have no idea about Mercedes or what model this is, so in the comment section tell me, because I'd love to know, because there's just thousands of these everywhere here. There's a really nice BMW here. That's not JDM though, but I did spot something in here which is someone's driveway. Now I'm not going to walk into their driveway, but there's a really old Nissan kind of Datsun looking car there, and then I have no idea what that little thing is, but it looks sick as hell. Anyways, I'm not going to poke around too much in there because that's someone's private property, but that's really cool seeing like old school car like that. But there is something even cooler down here, which is a complete entire like Uraz, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Uraz R34. So let's go and get a closer look at that. Okay, so here it is. Looks like it's an R34 GTT, which means RB25 single turbo. Obviously, I don't know if he's done any other modifications under the bonnet, but it's a full Uraz kit, which means rear bar, side skirts, front bar, and bonnet, or hood, wherever you're from in the world. Looks like he's got some nice bells and whistles. He's got looks like a genuine Momo drifting steering wheel. He's got a few gauges in there, some Defi gauges as well. So it looks like it's fairly well kitted out. It's got a really nice Aberth racing seat, and he's definitely doing something with the rear of it. So I'd say he's into drifting or something, maybe because he's got cheap China wheels on the back that he seems to burn through and a bit of rubber up under the rear bar. But otherwise, I kind of like the look of the car. Personally, I'd never run this on mine, but I really do appreciate how this looks. I think it looks awesome. So yeah, let's get back on the bike and see what else we can find. This is a really wealthy person's house here, and they've got a really nice Euro R Accord just sitting there in their garage. It's kind of cool. There's another big car park just up there that I'm going to go have a look in, see if there's anything more there. But I've already kind of like ridden a little bit far from my house, and I haven't really found anything much. There's a lot of like K cars and stuff like that, but any of the really nice like I guess exotic cars and stuff are mainly locked in people's garages. So we'll see if there's anything up there, see what we can find. Alright, so this car park's much like the others I checked out and didn't get on camera, but this one's kind of full of K cars and more family kind of cars. Obviously Honda Odyssey, there's an Audi there, Nissan X-Trail, and then this car park over here is kind of full of the same type of stuff. But one kind of cool JDM thing here is this long stretched out scooter kind of motorbike. These things look awesome when they're done up and slammed, and normally people put like crazy like LED lights on them, RGB, all that kind of stuff, and they go riding down Shibuya and Akihabara with them. They look awesome. It'd be sick if we could get these into Australia and legally register them on the road, but government sucks and won't let us do that. Anyways, I'm going to jump on the bike, see if I can find anything else before I give up. But it's looking pretty grim. I mean, it kind of makes sense though, this type of areas, like, you know, for people to get away from like Tokyo City and kind of like start a family. So it makes sense, a lot of the family cars that I'm seeing. But, you know, we'll still see if we can find some gems around here. I mean, we've already found a couple nice ones, so let's see what we can find. Okay, so here's something cool that you don't see often in Australia, and this is a Toyota Caldina. It's got a little senior magnet on it, which means someone over the age of 70 drives this car. And this is essentially like a little station wagon, and it's got one of the 3S GTE motors in it. So it's a turbo 3S GTE motor from like the MR2s and like the GT4s, Celicas and stuff like that. So these things are actually a really fast weapon, and I can't remember if they're all-wheel drive or not. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I was pretty certain they were all-wheel drive as well. So they're a really cool car. Alright, so I just found this full Grandad spec Mark II. So it's got a 1J VVTi in there. This one's automatic. Everything's pretty much factory stock. It looks awesome, great condition. And it's even got the factory option lace seat covers. So not many people know that you could get this as a factory option, and it came with the car, these like lace kind of seat covers, and they even have embroidered in it like Toyota Mark II. So full Grandad spec, thing looks sick as hell. So good seeing these things in good condition like this. There's a Crown up in there, but that's a shopping center car park. And most of it's all family cars and K cars again. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to finish up the JDM treasure hunt now, because it's getting late and I've been riding around for like 20 minutes, and this is like since the last car I found 20 minutes before I found this one. So I might go home and wrap the treasure hunt up, as I said, but I do have an update video for you guys on the drift car in Australia.
Morning guys, Sam asked me to make a quick video for you guys, just of a walk around of the car. So we'll start from the back because there's not much going on here at the moment. Gonna do modifications to that fuel pod to make it fit bigger pipe and go to AN line straight out of it, so we can run E85. Roll cage is in, driver's seat and harnesses in. I just got to rebolt the harnesses back down. These are the dump pipes that we're using. They're in the back here at the moment because I'm pulling the turbos off currently. I'll show you why in a minute. We've got our S15 dash in with our sneaky electric power steering mounted in behind it. So that's come up looking alright. Just got to plumb that and wire that. Been making my new dash cluster and all that to fit all the Defi gauges in. Caro seat, and then just our little Link G4 ECU that we'll be using. I've put the new PCM board in there and got all the extension harnesses in, so we just have to wire that in too. Here's our turbos. This here is just a little pie cut I whipped up together just to get my angles for things. So that goes on there, and then this 45 pipe goes onto that, and it runs them both off side by side. So then I'll join them up and go underneath once I've put them together. So I'll pull turbos back off today, get all the gaskets on the manifold and on underneath turbos. Got an S15 radiator just temporarily mounted in there. Going with S15 because I want to run the cross flow radiator rather than a return flow radiator. The RVs have a big problem with getting hot. I just wanted to test out the theory that them getting hot is because the water comes in, goes across, cools down to the other side, and then comes back again to heat up from the other half as it goes back out into the engine. So wanted to see how much of a difference, if there is any difference, that a cross flow would do. We'll be running braided coolant hoses for the whole lot. So I've made all the modifications. I can take thermostat on and off with the ITBs on there now, and then yeah, I'll weld on a fitting on here and we'll run it around over to the other side, and that's how I'll set it up. I've just temporarily bolted and zip tied the front bar and everything on just to hold it there, see what hits. Intercooler, I'm gonna have to remount that because it's touching the headlight motors, which I mounted up the intercooler before we tested that, so not a big deal. I'll just drop the intercooler height a little bit and that will all be fine. What do we got? New steering rack spacers in, booster delete kit's in, an R33 clutch master's in, so everything fits up. Just need to do final bolt ups and start all the plumbing for that too. Yeah, catch can we're waiting on, and I'll start putting the fuel rails and injectors on shortly, because that's pretty much where we're at, is just plumb and wiring, and then we can start her up. So not too far. Interesting to see how she sounds and how she runs.